Angel Reese has always been a polarizing figure, fierce, confident, and unapologetically herself. But her latest move sent shockwaves through the sports world in a way no game, no viral highlight, and no championship ever could. After months of memes, mockery, and public criticism, Angel decided to take back what she felt was rightfully hers. Her name, literally. In a bold, unexpected twist, the Chicago Sky Star officially filed a trademark for Angel Reese, turning her very identity into protected intellectual property. For fans, it was a statement. For critics, it was delusion. But beneath the noise, one truth became clear. Angel was done playing defense. She wanted control, not over the ball, but over her own story. When the news broke, social media didn't just react. It erupted. Screenshots of the filing under Angel Reese LLC spread like wildfire. Her name began trending nationwide, with thousands of users dissecting every angle of the move. Supporters hailed her as a visionary, calling it a boss-level power play in an era where athletes are brands as much as competitors. Others laughed it off as a misunderstanding of what a trademark even means. And perhaps in some ways they were both right. Because to understand why Angel Reese did this, you have to understand what she's been through. For months, Angel had been at the center of a digital storm. Her confidence was misinterpreted as arrogance, her swagger turned into memes, and her passion became fuel for an army of online critics who dissected her every move. The infamous Me Bounds meme, born from her relentless habit of rebounding her own missed shots, started as lighthearted fun. Fans joked, laughed, and shared clips of her tenacity on loop. But soon the joke stopped being funny. It evolved into something meaner, crueler, and deeply personal. Every post she made, every interview she gave was flooded with ridicule. The internet had decided she was a villain, and it didn't matter what she said or did next. The narrative was already set. So when she decided to trademark her name, it wasn't just business. It was emotional. It was personal. To her, it wasn't about silencing critics. It was about taking back ownership of herself. The name Angel Reese had become everyone's favorite topic. Commentators debated it, YouTubers monetized it, brands capitalized on it, and now she was reclaiming it. She wanted her name to be hers again, her property, her brand, her legacy. Whether or not she understood the exact legal limitations didn't matter as much as the message she was sending. You can mock me, but you don't own me. The problem was, the internet doesn't surrender that easily. Almost immediately after the trademark news broke, fans and legal experts began pointing out that trademarking your name doesn't stop people from mentioning it. It only prevents others from using that name for commercial purposes, like selling t-shirts or launching businesses in your likeness. In other words, it couldn't stop commentary. It couldn't silence critics. It couldn't make the memes disappear. But by the time those explanations came, the headlines had already written themselves, and the jokes were rolling in faster than ever. Podcasters mocked the idea, influencers made skits about it, and fans joked about starting fake companies like Angel Reese Plumbing or Angel Reese Cleaning Services. What was meant to be a move of empowerment quickly became another internet spectacle. The very noise she tried to control had only grown louder. It was another reminder that in the age of viral fame, control is an illusion. Once the internet gets a hold of your story, it doesn't let go. It rewrites it. And yet, behind all the laughter and mockery, there was a sobering reality. Angel Reese wasn't just reacting to memes. She was reacting to the emotional toll of being one of the most scrutinized athletes in women's basketball. Every facial expression, every celebration, every post-game comment became headline material. Her rise to stardom had been meteoric, but it came with a price. Fame had given her a platform, but it had also stripped away her privacy. Filing a trademark wasn't just a legal act, it was a symbolic shield. A way of saying, if I can't control what you say, at least I can control what you use. Still, that act of control came with irony. Because the more Angel tried to draw boundaries, the more people wanted to cross them. Fans began debating whether she was losing touch with reality, whether she was letting fame consume her. Others defended her fiercely, pointing out that male athletes have done the same thing for years, securing trademarks for slogans, gestures, even nicknames. Why was it suddenly a problem when Angel Reese did it? Why was a confident black woman protecting her name seen as arrogance when men were praised for the same business moves? It was a fair question, one that exposed the double standards baked into how the public views female athletes, especially outspoken ones. Angel Reese has always walked that fine line between confidence and controversy. Her unapologetic attitude, once celebrated as empowering, had become ammunition for critics eager to tear her down. But through it all, she never changed her tone. She never backed down. The trademark, whether misunderstood or not, was an extension of that same defiance. It was her saying, "I'm not backing away, I'm doubling down." But there's another layer to this story, one that reveals just how fragile the balance between fame and authenticity can be. In trying to trademark not just a meme, but her very identity, Angel might have blurred the line between self-protection and self-promotion. The Me Bounds brand, which she also tried to trademark, wasn't even her original creation. Fans had coined it online long before she filed the paperwork. At first, she laughed with them, even credited them. But later, when she claimed ownership, many felt betrayed. What once felt like a shared joke now looked like appropriation. She had taken the internet's language and turned it into property. That moment marked a turning point. For the first time, fans started seeing her not as the underdog, but as part of the system, a celebrity trying to cash in on something organic. And once that perception shifted, there was no going back. She went from being one of us to being above us. The internet, which once loved her for her relatability, began mocking her for being out of touch. Her brand grew stronger on paper, but weaker in spirit. The same confidence that once fueled her success now fueled her downfall in the court of public opinion. Yet, if you strip away the headlines, the filings, and the backlash, what remains is a young woman trying to navigate fame in real time. Angel Reese's decision might have been impulsive, maybe even misguided, but it came from a deeply human place, a desire to protect herself in a world that never stops watching. In today's culture, where every moment is recorded, judged, and monetized, it's easy to forget that athletes are still people. People who feel the weight of every tweet, every headline, every cruel joke. Angel's move wasn't about silencing anyone. It was about finding a sliver of control in a system built to strip it away. In the end, her trademark didn't change the internet. It didn't stop the trolls. It didn't rewrite the narrative. But it did reveal the truth about modern fame. That in the digital age, your name isn't just your name anymore. It's a commodity, a brand, a battlefield. And Angel Reese, for all her confidence and flaws, decided to fight for hers. Whether that makes her a visionary or a cautionary tale depends on how you see it. But now the question falls to you. Was Angel Reese protecting her power or proving her insecurity? Was this a boss move or a misstep? Should athletes control their own names, or does fame mean surrendering them to the public forever? Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button if you believe she's reclaiming her story, subscribe for more deep dives like this, and turn on notifications, because in a world where every move becomes a headline, the next one might just change everything.